Hey guys, what's going on? Excuse my voice, I have a little bit of a sore throat. I've been a little under the weather the past couple of days. But we are going to be cooking today. And what are we going to cook?
Parsnip.
Parsnip. Okay, so we've got two things to cook. Both are pretty simple. What we did was we went to the grocery store, and what we try to do at the store sometimes is just find things that we've never cooked before, never eaten before. Try to broaden our food horizons. So on this trip we got a parsnip, and it's kind of like a carrot, kind of like a turnip. I'm sure any of you out there who eat parsnips on a regular basis probably think we're total...
Termite.
I said turnip! Turnip! Any of you out there who eat parsnips on a regular basis probably think we're a bunch of ignoramuses here that have never had them, but they're just one of those things that we just have never had. So we're gonna try to do something with this parsnip.
I only like to hold it.
Okay, Brendan's gonna hold it. We happened to be at the library a week or two ago, and I was looking at cookbooks for Brendan. There's sort of cookbooks for me too. I just like looking at easy recipes to make.
And I'll show you something.
What?
There's a parsnip in there. I saw it at Grandma. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. Yeah, we found in this cookbook, just randomly, I wasn't even looking for parsnip recipes or anything, I just found this cookbook, and it just happens to have a recipe for roasted parsnip chips.
It looks just like
So you just slice it. It's super easy. You just slice it, you just drizzle it with some olive oil and salt and pepper, and you bake it for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and you have parsnip chips. So I thought, well, that's a sign, because we're looking for something to do with a parsnip, and here's a parsnip recipe. So we're gonna do that. And then the second thing we're gonna make is liverwurst. You've never had liverwurst, have you?
that's because I'm not gonna eat it.
Liverwurst is one of those things that's kind of a notorious food that it just sounds terrible, liver and wurst. But I came across this, just a little tube of liverwurst in the deli meat section. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna give it a try and see if it's any good. So we're gonna cook up some liverwurst and try that. And we're gonna do, where is it there? We're gonna do our parsnip chips and try parsnips. So I think we'll start with the parsnips, get them in the oven, then we'll just cook up the liverwurst while the parsnips are cooking. Are you gonna help me with the parsnips?
Yeah, or you could do this.
Okay.
It could be like a pipe connector.
We have to peel the parsnip. So first thing for the parsnip is just to peel it.
Can I help?
You want to try to peel it?
Yeah, because I know how to peel. Don't shred the skin off.
I'll try not to shred my skin off. All right, take the peeler.
How do you do it again?
Just like that, and you're always going to push away from you. Put the blade here. I'll show you. Put the blade just like that and push away. Push down and away. Good. Good job. Look at you. Ooh, it has kind of an earthy scent to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, it smells very rooty. It smells like a rooty root vegetable. Parsnip's not easy to peel because it's kind of it moves around. Well, Brendan did his best here. If I had known that we were going to be making parsnip chips, I would have gotten a bigger parsnip. I just got this kind of a small skinny one because I didn't know if we were going to like it. I was going to use this knife to cut it, and I realized it's
too big.
A little bit too big, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
because that'll slice you.
Yeah, so here we're just going to do let's cut the ends off. Here, ugh. You want to hold those?
Ah!
Okay.
I dropped it.
It says try to make the strips as thin as possible, so I don't really know.
I dropped the parsnip.
This is hard.
Not that way, this way. This is you're supposed to cut this way.
What?
Cut it this way, Mommy. Like this.
What is that? What is that?
No, it means you can cut easier.
Ugh.
On the side.
Okay, this is a major struggle. I cannot.
Side. Not like that. Not like that. Cut. That's how you cut. It's easier.
Yeah, but they have to be in strips because we're making like long chip thingies.
Oh, chip.
These little, this is a big old chunk. I don't really know what we're gonna do with that, but just kind of these strips, and we're gonna put them on the baking sheet and stick them in the oven. All right, so we've got our baking sheet, so we just lay these out.
No, you can put them like that.
Yeah, just lay them out. This is definitely a first for both of us. We've never had parsnip chips before.
It's not vanilla.
It's olive oil, and I don't want you to touch it because it's going to be a big mess, okay?
Alright.
Olive oil is always very messy. Some olive oil. Kevin one day went to the store and olive oil was on sale for, I don't even know, it was like 75% off. So we bought like 5 of them. And I thought this is going to take us like 6 years to go through all this olive oil. So we have some to spare. Okay, now we're going to do some salt and pepper. You want to do the pepper?
No, I will do the salt. There.
Okay, oh thank you. Okay, let's do a little pepper. I'm just going to, I have no idea how much to do. I'm just going to do like this.
I'll do like that too.
Good, yeah, just do it just like that, over top. So now I need you to hop down so I can put this in the oven. In the oven, ow, in the oven they go for 15 minutes. New food number 2. Remember what this is called? Liverwurst. I'm just gonna cut it open. It's fully cooked, but what we're gonna cook it in the skillet to crisp it up.
It looks like a weirdo.
It actually doesn't smell bad. What do you think? You don't like it?
Look.
It smells like just deli meat. So this is fully cooked. All right, it looks like dog food, I'll have to admit. I'm not gonna lie here. This looks like Alpo, but it doesn't smell bad. You wanna try? Will you try? If mommy tries it first, will you try it? No? It's really not bad at all. It has kind of an odd texture. There's these little kind of chewy bits in it. And again, it looks like dog food, so you kind of have to get past that, but it's not terrible. It just tastes like a little bit of meat. You want to try it? Mommy tried it. It's not bad. No, don't have to.
You could eat all of it.
And it's a little pasty. It just has a very odd texture. And again, for those of you that have eaten liverwurst many times or who eat it on a regular basis, we're ignoramuses. We've never eaten it, but we're here to try. So I'm just gonna throw some of this in the skillet. All right, I'm just flipping this. Got a little brown on it. I don't know if this is the best way to cook it or not. I'm just seeing if it tastes any different when it's sort of grilled up and heated through. We've actually had liver before, liver and onions, and it was absolutely terrible. It was horrible. Like, we totally understood the reputation that liver has for being not good because of that liver and onions. But this liverwurst is not that bad. I have grilled this up in the pan just a little bit. Kevin is making a face right now. It definitely looks terrible, but you don't think it smells very good.
No, I don't think it smells good at all.
Yeah.
It smells like liver for sure.
Yeah, I know liverwurst dips, not dips, but like spreads are really popular. So maybe if this is really gross, we can make a spread or something out of it and mix it up with some other things and it won't be as potent as it is right now. As it's cooling, it's getting like a stronger smell, and I can't say I really appreciate that smell very much. All right, I'm just gonna have a bite. Okay. Ugh. This texture does not go well warm, if that makes sense. This kind of creamy texture, I think, just definitely goes better with something that's cold. When it's warmed up, it just feels like warm, mushy goo in your mouth. And I really don't care for this. The cold stuff was not so bad, so what I think I'm gonna do for the rest of that cold stuff is find a good recipe and make like a spread out of it. Because the flavor of that wasn't bad. And when it's cold, it was fine. But heating it kind of brings out this odd smell, and yeah, I just don't care for it. Yeah, it's just funky and weird. It doesn't have a lot of substance. It doesn't really hold its shape. It just kind of breaks apart. It's not very appealing. So I'm gonna find something good to do with the cold stuff and leave it at that. So we've got a few seconds. We're going to flip our parsnip chips, and when they're done roasting, we will try those. Okay, so it's actually a few minutes later. I'm going to do a little update on the liverwurst. It's cooled down. It's like room temperature now, and it's actually much better. It's not bad. I've been kind of snacking on it. I think what I said before about the texture not being really conducive to being really warm, I think that holds true. As it's cooling off, it just becomes a lot more palatable, and it tastes better, and it doesn't smell funky anymore. So, lesson learned for today, for me personally at least, liverwurst should always be served cold to room temperature. Anything beyond that, no. All right, so we're a few minutes away from the parsnip chips coming out, but I peeked in and they're getting a little brown, so I'm going to take them out right now. Well, some of these got a little too roasted, but some are okay. So we'll try those. And who knows, maybe the roasted ones taste good. We'll see. As soon as they cool off, we'll take them down. We definitely put too much oil on because this one's like frying in the oil. So I was cutting the vlog together and I discovered that whatever footage we had of Brendan and me actually trying the parsnip chips doesn't exist. I guess somehow it didn't get recorded. But we did try them and they were really good. They tasted kind of like sweet potato fries. I think I cut them a little on the thick side. So some of them tasted a little more like fries than chips, but then others, I think I put too much oil on and they got pretty roasted. They were brown and those were good too, but they had more of a roasted taste to them. But anyway, they were really good and I think I'm going to make them again because they're really easy and I guess they're fairly nutritious and Brendan seemed to like them too. So yeah, we'll be having those again. Okay, so the battery just died in the camera, so we paused a minute so Kevin could change it. And I realized as he was changing it and I was standing here in front of these parsnip chips, I was literally just eating them like this. They're completely addictive. They're so good. And even the crusty ones, I normally don't like stuff that's sort of browned and overcooked, but I just keep eating them. I'm definitely making these again because they're healthier than French fries, marginally so, and they're really, really, really good. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.